Hi, this is Elaine and I'm at the Estee Lauder counter. It is Tobin's tutorial Monday, or Monday tutorial. And what I'd like to do today is sort of talk about a topic. I'd like to talk about rosacea and ways to cover it with products that we have at the counter. And I have rosacea. I took off half of my makeup on the side of my face. Take it off again. And you can see that it just looks, on me it looks like a sunburn. And today it's not especially really terribly bad, but it will get worse during the day. And I just wanted to go over a couple things with you today on rosacea. And number one is learn your triggers. For me, it's anything with a lot of fragrance in it, a lot of menthol, a lot of alcohol in the products. So I've gotten pretty good at knowing, products to choose as far as cleansing. And the second thing would be also to not use products that are too drying on your skin. That would be products with alcohol, witch hazel, a lot of menthol, a lot of fragrance like I mentioned before. For myself, if I'm using a cleanser and it's stinging and burning the rosacea, then I know that's not a good cleanser for me. So some of this has been trial and error. So number one, learn your triggers. Number two, avoid products that are drying. Number three, keep it simple. You want to use products that, without a ton of ingredients in them so that it's more simple. The other thing is use a sunscreen. The sun is not our best friend, not with rosacea, so you want to use a sunscreen. The other thing is you do want to keep it moisturized. And I end up using the Revitalizing Supreme works well for me. But also Clinique has a whole redness line with moisturizers, cleansers, and all kinds of good things. The other thing, number 6 would be warm, not hot water when you're cleansing. 7, use a gentle touch, not too much rubbing. And the next thing, we're going to go into makeup and I'm going to show you. But keep your makeup pretty simple. What really works well is number 1, use some kind of a primer. And I'm going to use a primer. I can take my glasses off because this way I don't really need. But you want to prime that area. This side is done. So I'm doing this side the same way. I'm just priming, and I'm using my fingers. I could use a brush, but that kind of gives you a nice protection, and it gives it a nice coverage that goes over the rosacea area. The next would be your concealer. This is a very important product. I put a couple different products out here. One would be an Estee Lauder concealer that's more water-based. Also, the Estee Lauder product in the Double Wear line works real well for me. Your concealer is very important. And your brush is very important. I'm going to put a little concealer on the brush. I'm going to conceal on the red spot. I can conceal here under my eye, on the red spot here. I can either use the brush or my fingertip, and you want to pat it. You don't want to rub it so that you're rubbing it all off. You're patting. The next step would be I'm going to use my foundation. And I use Perfectionist in Estee Lauder. It has a little bit of primer in it, has a little bit of product, and your brushes are very important too. I'm going fast so we don't take too long. But I do like to use my foundation brush and also my concealer brush. Now, if you see it, by the time I was talking to you, I let it sit for a minute. That's really a good thing because you want it to stay on. Again, that foundation has a sunscreen. The next thing would be I am going to take a little loose powder and I'm going to set it. Now, that pretty much covers my rosacea. The next thing is, you might think, well, she had color to begin with. Now she kind of took it away. But it wasn't in the right spot. It was kind of like a windburn look. I'm taking my concealer, I'm going to do my Estee Lauder E. I can take my blusher, put it where I want it, and we can even highlight if we wanted to. I have a nice highlighter. Basically, with the rosacea, is you want, it's trial and error a little bit, but I hope I gave you some good ideas today. You noticed I didn't put lots and lots of products on. And if you've got great skin and you don't want to cover it all up, use your concealer and then a little bit of base where you need it, and then lightly on the outskirts. My name is Elaine. Here at Tobin's, I want to say that I really hope you learned a few things from this today, and we'll see you next Monday.